it morally wrong to exploit our knowledge of the future for personal financial gain?
Lou Georgia!
I'm the father of the internet.
Ever since I wrote Call Me Maybe back in 92, I've been on a roll.
Hey, Nick, rip off any pop stars lately?
Today, I recorded an original piece. You say, I only hear what I want.
You know, we're talking about nasty things right now, but ain't nothing nastier than hot tub water. You know what I'm saying?
I suppose
it's
that's true.
Just boiling. You can. I don't know what it is.
Boiling human juices.
It's just boiling human juices. I don't know what it is about hot tubs, but when you get in a hot tub, for some reason it looks clear and blue. When it's, I mean, before anybody's in there, then the moment you get out, the shit is all yellow. There's white shit floating on top of
it's
it.
Funny, hot tub's only fun if you're drinking in it. And one thing they tell you to do is not drink when you're in the hot tub.
Yeah, because everybody gets drunk and starts
raise your temperature. Yeah,
start pissing in the water, and probably start shitting in it. But you know what? This is what I didn't know about. This is what I didn't know about hot tubs. You combine all that piss and all that semen, maybe some shit in there, you can travel through time. It's all a mixture, man. Maybe put a little alcohol in there.
No,
sprinkle a little cocaine. Exactly that's not how time travel works.
No.
That's how I wish it worked. Because if that's the case, I'll be back and forth in time all the time, Martin. That's what I liked about the first hot tub time machine. They said, "How do we travel through time?" They didn't even try anything. We got fucked up and woke up another time.
Yeah, and Chevy Chase is the magical. Well, I guess not Negro this time. Magical Chevy Chase
the
came.
Magical Chevy Chase. But now they said, you know what? That first film that was a fun adventure through time, man. But it wasn't that big of a hit. It really wasn't that big. It wasn't that huge of a hit.
Was it not?
No, it was not. So now they say, you know what? Maybe we can get back in the tub. You know whose fault it was? It was that John Cusack. He's the one that fucked it up. Leave him out of it. Bring everybody else back. Add a few people. Even bring Chevy Chase. Bring his old ass back. And maybe this time with hot tub. What is it? Hot tub travel time machine.
Hot tub time machine.
I was like, God damn!
Let me say it. Hot tub time machine 2. Really? Yeah. How is that so hard?
Martin's like, it ain't even Back to the Future. It ain't like 3,431 gigawatts and some shit. It's just hot tub time machine. How you fucking that up? Hot tub time machine part 2. Let's see if we actually have a little more success with that. And with hot tub time machine part 2. We climbed back into that nasty man water and traveled through time again. This time, however, the guys, as we said, minus John Cusack, they traveled 10 years into the future instead of into the past. And they do that to prevent the assassination of Lou, the asshole of the group, played by Rob Corddry. Now, it is how you say his last name, right? And, you know, when I was watching this, one of the things that I noticed about it, I said, you know something? For a movie about a bunch of drug addicts and alcoholics and assholes, they really do spend a lot of thought on the time travel.
Okay.
Martin's like, maybe for your dumb ass. Because I'm sitting up there, boy.
Have you never heard of time travel before?
I'm like, wow, this is intricate. I didn't think about that. This person went back to prevent this and create that. They wouldn't be that if they didn't come back and do this. I'm like, what? Martin's like, this is stupid, man. Martin, don't get mad at me, Martin. Don't get mad at Martin. Leave me alone. Because you know in the movie, they even went back in time. Your boy Craig Robinson, he went back in time to get your shirt. So, you know, come on, man.
I knew that was coming. The whole time I was watching this movie, I'm like, man, I'm going to take a hit on this.
Man, you knew. You watching this big ass the whole time with that fucking shirt on. You knew, man. I couldn't pass that shit.
I did.
Yeah. In fact, that's you right now coming from the future. Like, shit, I deserve this shit. That's you trying to stop this shit right now. He gonna make a joke about my shirt. Thing is, Martin, if you're coming from the future to stop a joke, don't wear the joke. Take that shit. You know, the funny thing is, that's actually one of my favorite shirts of yours.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't wear it, but I sure love staring at that shit. I'm just hypnotized when I see that shit. Wow. I can travel through time just looking at your shirt. Shit. I'm going back to the 60s now. But, okay, so maybe the time travel is kind of silly. But, it gets me because, this is the reason why it gets to me. Because with a movie like this, it's like a lot of time travel movies where they just they just go back and forth so many times and just create so many storylines and so many cases where this person come back to stop that person and even stop themselves in certain cases. I'm just like, you know what? They make it so convoluted and so crazy that they get to the point where you say, you know, fuck it, I'm not going to even try to figure this out.
It's like they run time travel like 3-card Monte, where, yeah, they flip it so much to where, like, you trying to follow it so you can call bullshit on them. There's a point where you go like, I don't know where the queen is.
Yeah, you just
anymore.
doing this shit right there. You just kind of like, you know what, just fucking take my money, man, because I don't know what this shit is. But that's what they do in the movie. It's sillier than a lot of movies, but it reminded me of a movie like Looper on drugs and cocaine and alcohol, because Looper was just so crazy with their time travel.
Sure.
They even admitted in the movie they had a character just say, you know what, we're not gonna even talk about time travel right now because it's just stupid. You know, don't even try to explain it to a certain point. And here that's what they did. They just had fun with it. But looking at this too, it's I don't know. Some people, I don't know how they're going to approach this, because I'm talking about John Cusack. Actually, John Cusack was the one that served as the straight man.
Right.
And for a movie that was, and this time they replaced John Cusack with, and this is Adam Scott. And Adam Scott is not trying, he's not John Cusack. He's not trying to be John Cusack.
Not in any way.
I'm not going to even tell you what his character is in the movie in relation to everybody else, just in case you want a spoiler-free review right here. But John Cusack was the one that kind of held it down.
He was the anchor, because it was kind of like, it was his story, a story about him getting back with the girl he should have got with, or what if his life had gone differently.
Yeah.
And then he had these kind of crazy friends along for the ride that provided all the fun. So you had this thing that drove the story, and it's these other things that propelled it and made it fun. Now here, you don't really have that driver.
No.
It's just the goofiness, and it's kind of on its own to just kind of move, and that's why it never flows in one direction. It just kind of branches out and goes off on tangents and brings up some plot lines that it forgets about till the movie's almost done. You kind of forget what the motivation was behind it. You realize that they didn't really know what they were doing with this.
They had nothing.
It's almost like, I'm surprised. You reminded me, like, okay, that's right. The first movie wasn't a big hit, because if it wasn't, why did they even decide to even put this back together again? Other than these guys were free, we might as well do something.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is, because I mean, this movie right here, it's got about as much of a short attention span as the fucking characters in this movie. Without John Cusack there to be the straight man, without John Cusack there to actually have the emotional story from the beginning. Look, I know you ain't looking for emotions in this,
but you kind of do need something.
But you need something. It really felt like a sincere reason to travel. They ain't got that here. So what you left with right here, you left with the geek, the asshole, and the big goofy guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You really are left with a bunch of stupid motherfuckers right here. You know what I'm saying?
And it's one of those where, you know, it ain't always fun to follow them, because in real life, you wouldn't. Like the way the characters were in the first movie, like they had all been friends, they drifted apart, and you kind of identify with that. Like those friends you drifted away from, but you want to, reconnect with them.
Yeah.
So as an audience member, you follow that. You're like, yeah, I'm with that. With this, you're like, these three guys right here, I might hang with this guy, but after a while, not even with him.
It's the Three Stooges, man. You're traveling through time with the Three Stooges. For all the Three Stooges remakes and type of movies that they tried to do, they accidentally made one here.
It's weird, man. All these movies, he come up with these characters that might as well be the Three Stooges. But if they would have actually put the Three Stooges in these movies, they would be funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You left with Mo, who's the asshole Rob Corddry. You left with a bald-headed Mo, a little geeky-ass Larry, and a big black-ass Curly. You know, that's what you got right here.
You don't think Rob Corddry would be Curly? He's got a Mo and Curly.
No, he's the biggest asshole out of all.
Oh, he's the biggest asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the things from the first movie was like, wow, man, he is a giant, colossal, blazing, throbbing asshole.
But
here he's unregulated.
He's unregulated, and that's the thing. If just one of these people was smart, just one of them would just go back by themselves and kill Rob Corddry.
Yeah.
But no, instead, who's dumber? The dumbass or the people who are following this dumbass? And what's left with this is that when you're left with three guys like this, with not one guy with common sense or one guy with heart, you're just left with a bunch of goofy motherfuckers who just tease each other the whole time.
Yeah.
This is different.
It's like a Scandinavian gay bar. Looks like a Miami IKEA.
Dude, it looks amazing. I mean, look how classy it is. It's like a museum.
Who's this?
I think it's Jacob.
Why am I bald?
What did you do?
I didn't do that.
You look like a pedophile dressed you. You look like a Jewish Jason Statham.
I think it's pretty obvious what's going on here, right?
What?
Alternate universe. Like Fringe. You're a nerd. No one likes you. No one likes you.
Damn, boy, it's like traveling with fucking 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the adults are the 12-year-olds.
The adults, and he's the youngest one. Like, you, god damn, you childish motherfuckers. Like, shit. Like, do I have to do everything? That's Clark Duke as the youngest group of the bunch, who is the most anti-fucking Clark Duke I've ever seen. When I hear Clark Duke, I think of like a big black guy who's a black action star in Soul Singer.
Right.
And sometimes I hear that name Clark Duke, like, Clark Duke is in this, who's that? And I picture like another Michael Clark Duncan, and I like, oh, that's the motherfucker right there. The most he can't believe he's named that. He's like, god damn, gotta get rid of this name, man. People have expectations.
How'd I get two last names?
How'd I get two black last names? But, you know, I have to say though, man, watching this, there are some funny things here.
Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, look, there's no getting around this. This is a bad movie. I'd even say it's a shitty movie, but it not irregularly has genuinely really laugh out loud funny moments. Like every time I was just kind of like at that point where I'm like, all right, I'm starting to get bored. I'm ready to give up on it. It would do something that had me laughing out loud to where like not just like a big like ha, but it's like a ha. I'm still thinking about this. It's still funny.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem with the movie too, is that they have a lot of jokes that you laugh at that just stand out by themselves.
Yeah.
And then they have some jokes that look like, oh, I can't wait for the payoff for that. And it never comes.
Keep on waiting, Roger.
And then sometimes they start out with a joke, and it's like, yeah, and then you like, and then at the end it makes you mad because like, man, just stop. You ruined the joke.
Yeah.
You had to keep going, and it's edited so badly in parts where.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people, you hear us talk about how movies are edited badly, and some of you don't see it. And maybe we see enough movies to where you don't see it. I'm not trying to say, well, you know, if you were professionals like us.
I don't always catch it.
No.
Most of the time I don't.
No, what I mean by editing is not just cutting and taking you to the next scene. Editing is also timing. And so sometimes you can make a joke funnier just by having somebody say something and know when to cut.
Yeah.
Before there are times when they stop the joke and somebody's like, yeah, that's right. You're like, yeah. And then they just like, it stays on them. It's just like, even they're just like, you gonna cut, man? I killed that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
People just like they have that expression where just like, you know, it's just like if you would just cut that one little part out, it would have been funny. The other thing is that there's some moments in the movie where the jokes do go on long, and you know when you look at them and you think like, okay, that was funny, but it just kind of felt unnecessary. Like that, there really wasn't any big payoff for that. One of those scenes that I laughed at a lot was when it was with your boy Craig Robinson, man.
Yeah.
It's a funny scene. It's also horrifying too. He cracked me up when he was singing that Lisa Loeb song, "Stay."
Yeah.
You say I only hear what I want to.
I don't know why, man. That's so funny to me. It's also scary because it looks like he's serenading you before he rapes you.
But he's got on those sensitive glasses.
It looks like you sharing a prison cell with this motherfucker right here. And this is right before you go to bed. It's like you trapped in his apartment right now. He's chasing you around. Where you going, boy? Come here, the door's locked. You can't run. I mean, last person I want to see singing fucking "Stay" to me is Craig Robinson, man. This big black motherfucker right here. Come here, boy, don't run from me. No, please. I see you. Yeah, cut. Even the director got scared. He's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here before he rapes me. No, man. Things like that, I thought, man, that'd be fun if that came back around somewhere.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It was like...
It's lost in time somewhere. So there's a lot of these punchlines that are still time traveling. They'll catch up to us later.
I mean, they had jokes. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Did they get sucked up in a vortex somewhere? Because
like the joke with the smart car.
I was just going to bring that up.
Man, they say they do a lot to set up this joke with a smart car, and then forget about it for so long.
They actually,
and I was still kind of like, I ain't forgot that joke.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't forgot that joke. And when they finally get back to it and resolve it, you're like, oh, that was it.
that was exactly.
Wow.
I saw the same thing. I thought, man, this is gonna be something that plays into the actual time travel plot, especially when there's a murder going on. And it was like, no, it was just. And when it came back, it was just like, okay. I mean, literally, the car did my line. The car said,
yeah, okay.
Sure. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's
a lot of wasted potential in as much as, they go 10 years to the future, and there's so much room to like make commentary about, times now and what the future will bring.
Yeah.
And all that potential is just completely wasted. It's out the window. So people can snort cocaine.
That's what it comes down to. It's just, it always comes down to a dick, alcohol, cocaine, some kind of drug. It always comes down to the most basic forms of being raunchy, instead of playing with actual things like you see right here where they look old.
Yeah.
Or older. One of them looks old, but they kind of play with that in the first movie. And here they kind of do it a couple of times, but it's really kind of abandoned.
Yeah.
And I mean, they set it up. They set it up big time. And when they set it up, it's just for them to do another joke where like, look at you. You look like shit. You're like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying all this because I'm frustrated because the parts that made me laugh really did make me laugh. And if they just had kind of better writing and follow through, and let's just like you said, man, let's admit it. If you actually had something to do besides just say, hey, you know what? Let's make a sequel.
I mean, it's like, man, it is so rare. Like, sequels come up for any movie that's any kind of successful. And, a sequel comes, you're like, oh, what are they going to do this time? But every so often it works out pretty well. Mm-hmm. With comedy, hardly ever. The number of comedy sequels that are good is so few.
Comedy is just, that's the, when
like 21, 22 Jump Street. And I don't know what else.
Yeah, I'm really trying to be with. I'm like, shit, yeah, Martin, and I'm about to build a time machine to go back and find one because I can't think. I know there is more.
Right, but it ain't a whole lot more.
Some people say Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But Mark's like, damn, you had to go way back in time for that one. Can you give me something in the last 10 years? Give me something in the last 20 years.
Yeah, you do your time machine to find something like that. Goddamn.
Hey, the thing is, I tell you what, man, I'm looking at Rob Corddry. It's kind of an offshoot right here. Why don't Rob Corddry just buy some hair plugs? He's actually, he's a good looking guy, I think, but I think he looks really good with hair.
Well, he's okay. He's not a bad looking guy, but he's too old to be vain enough to want to buy hair plugs.
Well, even if he got old hair, he still look kind of better.
Nah, he looks like shit. Like you see him there, and you go like, you know what? He looks better bald than he does with that hair.
You know what he actually looks like? He looks like a homeless Colin Firth right there.
Yeah. You're right. He so does.
I still got it.
But it's one of these things. Also, a lot of what makes Rob Corddry funny is that he's bald. I mean, why would he take that away? Like when you have a comedian who gets skinny, and you're like, well, man, I'm glad you're healthy. And you can do something other than comedy now because I ain't laughing at you no more.
It's funny because you hear a lot of that expression. My power is in my hair.
Yeah.
His power is in his non-hair.
Right, exactly.
It's in his non-existent hair.
Like the fact that a guy who looks like that is being completely arrogant. It's funny because you're like, what the hell, man?
Man, I got to tell you, though. Maybe I can relate too much, but there's something about somebody who's just being an unapologetic asshole, like oblivious to being human.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And Rob Corddry is like his condition.
It's like a condition.
It's a condition. Like he has asshole syndrome.
Yeah, he does.
Like he can't help it. Some people say, yeah, Corey, you got that too.
When I was saying with the first movie, I was like, times I felt like I was on the verge of being mad, like not liking his character, but I was like, wow, he is so into this.
He's mentally ill.
Yeah.
He's fucking ill, man. Yeah, it's like you wonder, and he's ill, and the other two people apparently retarded because they keep hanging around with him.
Well, it's one of those things where, Clark Duke is his son, which I didn't even remember that was the case from the other movie, but even he's like, wow, I fucking hate this guy. He's horrible. But he's my dad, so what can I do?
He's my dad. I tell you that is one of the things that's one of the things that I did love in the movie, is that how that was his dad. And maybe I relate to this too, because I think I treat my kid like this. Let my kid be a nerd. Let my kid be a fucking nerd. I love that his dad just didn't give a fuck. He can just
You're a nerd. No one likes you.
I would do my kid like that. Everyone hates you. Go kill yourself. Hate you, my son. Wish I had a girl. Oh, I do. And she got a bigger dick than you. I fucking hate you that good. I hate you too. Wish you were never born. I would do that too, for real.
You treat Hector like that.
Yeah.
Come on. He don't deserve that.
Hey, man, I'm kind of caught between this movie. Like I said, man, there are a lot of things that there's a lot of things I liked in this, man. A lot of things I liked in this, but I really have to say it's sloppily put together. This is
That's an insult to sloppiness.
Stop. Comedy sequels. Give a shit for a change.
Yeah.
Can I just put a challenge out there? I mean, it's gotten to the point now I could understand it for a movie, and maybe this movie did well. I remember Hot Tub Time Machine. I don't think it might not have done bad, but I don't think it did like insane business.
No, it wasn't insane, but I remember it was one of those movies where people were like, this is going to be stupid, and I think it did a little bit better than we expected.
That's what it was. A lot of people said that's exactly what it was. A lot of people were saying, man, this movie is actually a lot better than I thought, and I wish more people were seeing it, because it truly deserves to be seen. It's clever.
Yeah.
But this wasn't even a big sequel. At one time they were saying, we don't think we're going to be able to make a sequel to this.
Right.
And now y'all making a sequel to something that y'all obviously didn't have a script for. I could kind of understand it for The Hangover, because The Hangover was huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
This ain't no phenomenon.
And it was that people clamoring for more. But then after we got this is like Horrible Bosses 2 all over again.
Yes. Yeah.
It's that same level of, well, we want to make a movie. We don't really have an idea, but we just want to do it, and we got most of the cast, and so we're gonna wing it as best as possible, and just hope, keep our fingers crossed that things will just magically come together somehow. This just happens to have genuinely funny moments in it, where Horrible Bosses 2 had absolutely none whatsoever.
And even the funny moments in here, you felt like, damn, that might have been an accident.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Because they're shooting wild with everything.
Yeah.
It's almost like law of averages. Like, well, if you fire the gun enough, it's got to hit a target eventually.
Comedies, whether comedies are a hit or not, y'all just pull sequels out your ass.
Yeah.
Can I put a challenge out there to Hollywood? For the next comedy sequel that comes out, can somebody give a shit? Just one person. Can one person give a shit?
Yeah.
Please do it for the people. Just one person.
You can't leave it up to Miller and Lord to do it for all the time for everybody.
Chris Miller and Phil Lord, those are only two people in Hollywood. Those are the people that did the second 22 Jump Street. Those are the only ones right now that seem to actually give a fuck.
Yeah.
Can somebody get just one fuck? Just one. Somebody, they had that expression. I don't give two fucks. You don't have to. Just give one.
Just one.
Just please.
Just a half of one. Let somebody borrow one.
Goddamn, Horrible Bosses. Hangover. I'm sure we getting a part 4 coming out sometime soon. Goddamn.
I think they're done with that.
Don't count them out. As you can see the pattern here.
Even people involved with the Hangover 3 make fun of how bad it was.
The fucking Farrelly brothers, apparently they were trapped in time because they came out later. 20 years later, 30 years later to make
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber 20 years later. Goddamn. Can somebody please just give one fuck? Just one? I promise you, we'll let you go long enough to bust a nut. Please. Just one. Anyway, for this movie right here, a lot of clever stuff in there, in parts, in pieces, but not coherent at all. Instead, you have a movie where you don't have too much to do, so you have a joke that might have been funny had it actually contributed to something. A man fucking another man in virtual reality. Believe it or not, that could be funny, but it just felt like kind of a skit that went on too long.
It did, but the initial setup of that, I thought was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was at a point where I was just kind of like this about the movie, and that came out of nowhere. And I was just like, okay, I got to give it up.
And it was funny. And it actually kind of worked in everything, but still, it's a scene that went on too long, kind of felt crammed in there in a way, or at least felt padded out, rather. It's a funny film. And I think that if you're drunk or coked up, you go see this in the theater, you're going to be the most obnoxious people. You probably won't see the end of the movie because you're getting kicked out. But This is really made for video.
It's totally made for video.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because it is that, it's just a bunch of pieces together, and it's padded out because the movie's actually not that long.
No, it's 90 minutes going into it. It's a movie made for video.
It's made for video.
It's a rental. It's a straight up rental.
It is a rental. I'll give it that. And I would say to anybody who is very self-satisfied, going like, I knew it wasn't going to be no good because they couldn't get John Cusack to come back. John Cusack ain't making the best choices right now himself.
John Cusack is like, you know what? I've seen the future in the past, and I'm fucking up enough.
Yeah, right. I don't need this right now, guys.
Yeah, he looks like Rob Corddry right here. Oh, no, I ain't doing that movie. No! Even Rob Corddry didn't want to do this shit. They dragged him here to do that. People, it's a rental. It's a rental.
It's a rental. It could have been some old bullshit. They just happened to pull it out every so often.
Yeah, they did. All right, Martin. I don't try to even surprise you anymore, Martin.
No sense in doing that.
Martin,
I've seen the future.
Martin, I have come from the future to bring you gifts of the past to give to the people here in the present, Martin. Can you follow me, Martin?
What are you, a Terminator?
We might have future gifts for people if you can win a gold star for them, Martin.
Can I do that?
Can you do that, Martin?
Who wants me to play for them?
We're going to find out in a little while, people. Our trivia game right here. Martin gets a gold star. Martin has to answer 3 out of 5 trivia questions for you. And if you can get those 3 right, then you get a prize. And we have a theme for all these trivia games based on the movie we just reviewed. It's going to be the same right here.
Alrighty.
Again, people, one more little reminder right here. If you want to participate in the game, then go ahead. And if you would be so kind as to send me an email at kcoolmans@gmail.com, and the subject line, put I want to play a game. And while we wait on those to come in, Martin, let me explain to you tonight's game.
All right.
Martin, you're probably thinking that this is going to be something about time travel. No, I'm going to whittle it down.
Or is it about hot tubs?
It's not even about hot tubs.
Okay.
I did try that. Seriously, I tried that. I tried to see what's the hot tub theme I can go to for this. Not too many.
No.
Not too many. So, Martin, I was stuck with whittling it down to this. Now, if you notice, we have one black person in this movie, right? Mm-hmm. Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson is always the token black guy in films. It's hard to
in comedies.
In comedies. It's comedies. It's kind of hard to find a movie where Craig Robinson is surrounded by other black people. They're out there. And that's where Martin comes in. Martin, you're going to have to tell the people, based on my descriptions, what movies these are that Craig Robinson is in, where he's not the only black person. Where he's surrounded by black people. Martin, I know, Martin.
Oh, come on.
Martin, I've been easy on you these last few weeks, man. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. I'm not going to lie. For whoever I choose to play tonight, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. You might want to wait till the next game.
Martin always says that, though. Martin always says that, and Martin always manages to come
What was the name of that movie?
I don't know, Martin. Let's wait and see.
Oh, hold on.
Let's wait. No, hell no. You using the phone? No, you cannot do that.
No, I just want to see what time it is.
Yeah, well, you know what time it is? Time for you to put that phone back.
What time Google says that?
Yeah. You're going to Google my fist coming through that phone. Get the shit off that phone. Get the shit off that phone. Did I just make up an expression?
Yes, you did.
Get the shit off that phone. All right. Let me go ahead and go to the Gamels right here. Oh, a lot of people want to play a game tonight. Got a lot of people want to play a game here.
You don't want to play this game. You don't want no part of this.
I don't know. You know what? In honor of the great Clark Duke, I think I'm going to pick Leroy Mack.
Okay.
His sidekick.
Another white guy.
Probably so. Another white guy with 2 first names. All right. Let's go ahead and. Oh, Leroy. I know Leroy.
I know Leroy.
Leroy. Uh-huh.
Leroy, ain't you Rita Lawson's boy? Oh, yes, ma'am.
You know what? You joking, but he looks like that.
Does he?
That's me, man. Y'all fixing dinner right now? Get Leroy on the phone. Leroy emailed me twice. He's like, I want to play a game badly. Oh,
Yeah.
people already putting up answers, but I can't show. Leroy, girl. Leroy Brown. Baddest motherfucker in the whole damn town. My nigga, what's up? Leroy, how you doing, sir? Whenever I say your name, Leroy, I feel like I gotta talk like this.
Leroy.
Oh, Leroy. Hey, Leroy, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm heading your way here next month, man, for South by Southwest. I'm insane.
You gonna come holler at your boy?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for about a week, from like the 15th to the 26th.
Okay, cool. You know, if everything goes well, we're gonna have a studio right next to downtown, so maybe you can bring your ass over there and pass out. A privilege that I won't even give Tommy. What's that?
I said, hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Leroy. I already described the game to Martin. Where you calling from, Leroy?
Oh, I'm up here in Seattle. Sir.
Seattle. I knew you from Seattle. I hung out with Leroy.
Oh,
before.
okay, when you
Leroy-
went up there, yeah.
Leroy's a good guy. Leroy, you know what? I might be coming your way in March.
Oh, man. Watch, me and Riley gonna miss each other. No, it'll be good, man. Yeah, come on up, man. You still gotta do a night in Seattle.
That's right. He said I didn't get to see Seattle proper.
Oh, no?
So he's gonna kidnap me and just carry me around the town. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, ain't you special?
Yeah. When I'm not. Hey, Martin, you can come with me.
Well, whatever.
Come
I
on.
wasn't invited.
Yeah, Hey, Martin. Hey, Leroy,
No.
is Martin invited?
No.
Hell yes, Mark.
Hell yeah!
Right,
Look at
man.
that. Yeah, he's that old-fashioned kind of brother. He wants an invitation with a heart on it and all that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah, no, man, no. We got. I got some nice old ladies, man. Take them around. It'll be nice.
All right. Martin's, hey, Martin's like, shit, that's all you had. Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say. All right, Martin, let's go ahead and get on with the game right here. And Martin, I told you, movies that Craig Robinson was in where he was not the only black person. Martin, let's go ahead and start with our first description right here. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I married into a black family. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I married into a black family. Martin? Come on, Martin. Come on, bro.
Ever since you announced this category, I've been thinking about this movie, and I can't remember the title for nothing in the
It
world.
is so easy.
I know it is. I know
so
it. It's one of those easy titles. I know everybody who's in it. Couldn't tell you the name of the movie.
Can't tell me?
Cannot.
Hey, do you think you know the name of the movie, Leroy, without saying it?
You know what? I'm the same. I'm right there with him, man.
Damn, you
I think
trifling
I know
ass
it, but I can't
Negroes.
think of the title.
Y'all don't support a brother for nothing. And Martin's writing down something. And Martin still doesn't look too sure about it, but you never know. Martin actually puts on a show for the people to keep the suspense going. So, Martin, you done writing?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
David Allen Greer's family.
You know what, Martin? You know what?
It's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's wrong. Martin, it's Peoples.
Peoples.
Martin.
Okay.
Peoples.
Yeah, I wasn't even close to what I was thinking about.
That's where.
that.
Yeah, you knew who was in it.
I spelled Allen right.
Yeah, well, that ain't the answer. Is it? If the movie was called Allen, then we would actually give you the reward. But that's not it. It's the one where Craig Robinson, he's dating Kerry Washington, which is already unbelievable.
Right.
But he's dating Kerry Washington, but the family is just kind of, at least the dad, played by David Allen Greer, is not really into it. So he kills him and buries his dead body in some sand in front of the whole family right there. Should have married a white girl. All right, Martin.
Damn.
All right, Martin. Let's go. No, Leroy, that's not the real plot right there. That's me joking.
All right. Well, we got that one out of the way.
We got-
dark.
We got that one out the way, Martin. Okay, let's go ahead and get to our next one.
All right.
All right, Martin. Maybe you usually need to get that first one out the way. Get the
I
juices
usually get
pumping.
the first one.
All right, Martin. Well, we can get the second one right here. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I rapped for a single black father and his 2 daughters. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I rapped for a single black father and his 2 daughters. Martin. Come on, Martin. Support black cinema, Martin. Come on. Oh, Martin, don't do this. Martin might be playing with me, though. Martin is writing. He's writing something. Now, Martin, before you show anybody,
Yeah.
did you already finish writing?
No.
You didn't keep going. I want to give the toasties out there some time to think about this.
Maybe
Maybe
they
you
know.
haven't. Maybe they know. Let's start out with this toasty right here. Leroy Mack. You think you got the answer to this?
Man, I'm so embarrassed right now because I sit here most nights, or when I'm listening to this the next day, saying these people are fools. How do they not know the answer to this? And I have no freaking.
Not so easy, is it, when you put on the spot? Got no answer for it? Well, let's see if Martin pulled it off.
No.
Martin, I am sorry. That is wrong. You missed it. Martin, you actually missed it by one word. Daddy's little girls.
Shit.
Daddy's little girls.
I was like, wait, I think it's little girls.
That's the one where Craig Robinson, you see him right here, he plays a rapper in the movie. It's a cameo. He's not in there a lot, but he is not the only black person in the film right there. You're like, God damn, Martin, you fucking up. It's like, come on, brother, shit, help me out. All right, Martin. Let's go ahead and get into our third one. Now, Leroy, we got 3 left right here, so, Martin has no choice but to get these right from here on out.
So if I get the next one wrong, we might as well stop playing.
No, you know what? If you get the next one wrong, then Leroy gets to pick it up from there and play the game himself.
Okay.
If he so chooses to do so.
Okay.
He gets to kind of salvage it on his own.
Okay.
Gotta let a man carry his own weight,
It's true.
Because apparently you can't carry it for him.
Right on. Not on this. Not on this.
All right, Martin, number 3. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I joined this wild man's band. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I joined this wild man's band. Oh, brother. Man. See, if I was doing some comic book shit, then you know it. But when it comes down to the brothers, man, you don't know the answer.
I know this one.
You know this one? All right, we're gonna let your boy Martin quit writing, and then Leroy will come in. Martin looks like he's done. All right, Leroy, you know the answer to this? What is it, my friend?
I'm gonna say it's Get On Up.
Well, Martin, let me see. Martin playing with the people. Oh, Martin, you are right. It is Craig Robinson as Maceo Parker and John. I was going to say John Brown and James. I guess it could be James Brown's band. And the movies Get On Up. Mm-hmm. And those other 2 sad Negroes right there, I don't know who they are, but we know that he played Maceo Parker. Actually played a very good Maceo Parker in the movie.
Yeah.
That's one of the roles where that's one of his more serious roles too. All right. Look like Martin's getting on up right now. And he looked like he's into the game. Okay, Martin.
Very strong.
Martin, you got one.
One.
You got one. And you have no choice but to get 2 others if you want to win. So, Martin, let's move on and see if we can pull it through for Leroy. Ooh, the suspense is killing me now. Number 4. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I alienated myself and left Earth. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I alienated myself and left Earth. Martin, this is kind of a tricky one right here. I'm not going to lie. This really takes some in-depth Craig Robinson knowledge right here. I'm not going to even mess with you. At this point, Martin, you might as well just write anything because I really don't think you're going to get this one. Okay. I thought there was a chance. Just listen to the keywords right here. Listen to the keywords. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I alienated myself, and went to Earth. And left Earth. All right, Martin, right quickly right there because our music is coming to an end. Let's ask our friend Leroy. Leroy, you think you have an answer?
Only brother I know in space was Yaphet Kotto and Alien, man. That's it.
Okay, this one was a tricky one, and people are going to hate me for this. Martin, let's see what you have. Planet 57. Oh, Martin, you were close. You were close, Martin. Martin. You know what? I'm going to give you an E for effort. I ain't going to give it to you, but I'm going to give you an E for effort for that one because Escape from Planet Earth. He played Doc, a little mousy kind of alien in that one.
Yeah, that's right. Those 2 movies were so much alike each other.
Yeah, Martin, you were close. I really do give you some credit for that one, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, credit don't pay the bills right here.
Not.
No, we need cash, Martin. We need cold, hard cash in the form of cold, hard answers. All right. Martin got all of them wrong. And now we're left down to the final one.
Email.
What's that?
I should have saved my email, man.
Told you.
You were so ready to get to the game. Email me 2 or 3 times. I want to play. Well, you know what, Leroy? You want to play so bad, this is your chance to play yourself right now. Not play with yourself, but play yourself in the game. So what we're going to do here, Leroy, you can walk away right now, but you got really nothing to lose, so you might as well go ahead and try to answer this last question. Think you want to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
High risk, high reward, but there's no risk. But yeah, let's do it.
And you know what? If you get this one, because you're putting yourself out on the line, if you get this one, even with only 1 question answered right, I will go ahead and give it to you. And the question is, or the description is, number 5, I get so tired of being the only black guy, I became green. and lived a fairy tale. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I became green and lived a fairy tale. Martin, why don't you go ahead and write your answer down anyway?
Nah, that's all on Leroy.
No, just write it down just for fun.
Good luck, Leroy.
Leroy's like, God
Oh,
damn.
thanks.
Leroy, think about that. Green, fairy tale, brother. I'm even giving you some help. I'm doing more for you than I would for most people, because we're friends and everything. So, Leroy,
All right, I appreciate that.
one more time, Leroy. I got so tired of being the only black guy, I became green and lived a fairy tale. All right, Leroy. What's your answer?
All right, this is a pure guess. I didn't even see the movie, but I'm going to go with Epic.
Epic. And you are an epic failure. It is. The answer I'm looking for is Craig Robinson as Cookie the Ogre from Shrek Happily Ever After. Come on.
Oh,
That was an
I
actual
didn't know
Shrek
that.
movie.
That was an actual Shrek movie, man. Yeah, that was an actual. You saw it.
Which
Yeah.
one is that?
A Shrek Ever After or something.
Is that number 4?
It's the one where I think Shrek's girl became a badass and
Okay.
he went back in time or
Yeah, I
some
guess that
shit.
was Shrek,
Another
Shrek
time
4.
travel movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played Cookie. Cookie, big.
God damn.
He's looks like the gayest ogre out there too. Hey girl.
Hey, wait, who was the other black guy in Escape from Planet Earth?
I don't know. I only know one black guy. Only
You
one.
said these were movies where Craig Robinson wasn't the only black guy in the movie.
And he wasn't. And there weren't any other black guys there either. He was not a black guy. So, Hey, Martin, it was close enough for you to almost get the answer right. Anyway, moving on, people. You know what, Leroy? It was great having you, man.
Yeah, no, man, it was tons of fun. Martin, man, I'm not even mad because usually I can keep up with you, but tonight, man.
But come on, you saw what happened tonight. The game was rigged.
No,
Yeah, I saw what happened tonight.
No. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at me.
Martin, when I come to town, I'll buy you a beer. 'Cause
Thank you.
Tried, man.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Don't buy me nothing. Hey, man, it's not my fault. I just make up the games. It ain't me. I pull these answers and these games from what's out there. So I work.
Don't hate the game. Hate the game master.
I work with what I got, Martin. Come
hey,
on.
What he said.
Y'all don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Come on now.
Damn.
All right, but you know what, man? You know what? You really didn't lose, Leroy, because you know when I see you, man. And I am coming to Seattle. When I see you, I'm gonna buy you a beer. You know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna be one of those people that buys you a drink. And I'm not gonna have to crash you. I already have a place to stay and everything, man. You don't have to worry about me crashing. I'm not gonna pull an Allen. It's gonna be a change of pace for you. I don't know if you're gonna know what to do with yourself. You have somebody come visit and not have to stay at your place.
You're gonna feel lonely.
Somebody,
Wait, you don't want to come stay at my
boy,
place?
the chat is talking about me. Fuck Corey. This game was rigged like the Super Bowl, man. Fuck fuck Corey.
Man,
Hashtag always
damn.
fuck Corey.
Damn.
Fuck you,
that's
Corey, and
so
your
hard.
V-neck shirts. You know that was bullshit, Coleman. All
Thank
right.
you, chat. I love the chat.
All right. That is the game right there. Leroy, I will be seeing you soon, man. And we'll be hanging out.
Yeah, man, that's right around the corner.
It is right around the corner.
See you, in like 3 weeks?
Yeah, in about 3 weeks. Look forward to seeing you. Yeah, you'll be here around what, the
All right,
17th?
I'll be there the 16th, Monday the 16th. I fly in.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you later, man. It was a pleasure talking to you.
All right, you guys too. I'll see you soon.
Fucking,
All right.
Fucking loser. All right, see you later, man. Bye. No, okay. Talk to you later, man. Bye. You know what the thing is? He could beat my ass. He's a big dude, man.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big dude. That's why I talk shit from afar. I won't be very hard. That's why
I wish you would come down here to say it to my
talk shit
face.
to me.
You're a nerd. No one likes you. No one likes you.